Hi all, it's Ben. Today I just want to talk about a topic, I call it the company you keep. So when I say the company you keep, I don't mean exactly like the company you're working for. What I mean is the people you surround yourself with, your peers. So there's going to be two areas that I want to discuss: the company you keep, the people you surround yourself with, and the second thing is your role inside that group of people that you surround yourself with. So when you go through life and you're pursuing a business opportunity, or if you're watching this and you're a younger person, you're like in school, it's kind of your core group of friends. But it doesn't have to be just your core group of friends. It could be your weekend pickup basketball game, friends that you hang out with, business partners, even just kind of people that you spend a lot of time with, talking about sports or fitness or anything. So why is this important? Well, there have been studies that show that probably about the five main people you hang out with most have the biggest influence on you as a person, both for your personality, your view on life, your temperament, how you approach things. Now, when you keep your core group or the company that you keep, it's important that this is a very good core group of people that are also kind of aligned with what you're going after. For example, if let's say you're in a group of entrepreneurs, you want to make sure that all of you guys are kind of on the same page in terms of motivation and goals. Now, if you're in school, it has to be kind of the same thing. Let's say you and your friends are all trying to achieve something academically. It's important that you kind of surround yourself with people that align and will push you to be your best. Now, in your core group, it doesn't mean that they're going to be always cheering you on because you might be doing something foolish or they're tearing you down. What you do need is a group of people that are helping you along the way as best they can. They have to be honest with you. If you're doing something foolish or if you're taking a bad path, they'll tell you honestly, even if it'll hurt your feelings, that, hey, I don't think this is a good idea, and here's why. Because you don't want a bunch of yes men in your group either that kind of just blindly cheer you on. That will lead you down paths of making a lot of mistakes, making you delusional to what your own capabilities are. So I'd also like to just point out that your group of friends or your peers in one aspect might not necessarily be the same group of people in a different aspect. For example, you might have a core group that you always do exercises with, but then the same core group might not be the ones that you discuss business opportunities with, just because it's a mismatch, a misalignment. You can't try to fit people from one group into the next if it doesn't happen naturally. So that's very important in life. As you go through life, try to always surround yourself with positive people that will be honest with you, help you along the way, and in turn, you can help them along the way. The second topic I want to talk about is your role inside this group. So if you're in a group of, let's say you're in a group of martial artists or jiu-jitsu practitioners or entrepreneurs, but I'm going to use the martial arts one because it's a pretty good, pertinent example. Now, in this group, there are always going to be kind of some people better than others, and you might be somewhere in the middle. It's important to keep in mind that if you are kind of always at the top, you're the best jiu-jitsu practitioner in your group, that is very limiting for you. You will need to include other people that are actually better than you, that'll push you, make you better at your craft, better at your skill set. Because if you always just surround yourself with people that you're kind of helping along the way, which is great, this is another thing I'll discuss, you're never going to improve because you're kind of topped out on what you're able to do. So it's important that, let's say there's five people in your group, you don't want to be the top guy. If you are the top guy, you need to go find someone even better so that you could be the second to the top, so you have more to learn. Your ceiling isn't capped. Now, on top of that, if you're the bottom guy, you're going to learn a lot from the higher ups, which is good. Again, with the example of martial arts like jiu-jitsu, you're going to learn a lot from these guys. Now, don't shun away anyone that wants to join your group if they're, their intentions are good. Because as you get better, you should pass along and help others along the way. For example, if you've climbed that mountain, if you've gotten over a hurdle, then you should, as a good human being, help the next person up. Like you've made it over this really tough wall, throw the ladder down, help the next person up, because that also makes you better in your own craft and skills. Because the best way to prove that you know something or your expertise is rock solid is teaching someone else that skill. So the company you keep is super important whatever you do, because you want to make sure it's always with a group of people that will encourage you, support you, and be honest with you. The second thing is, in this group, you don't want to necessarily just always be the top guy, because it's a good ego trip, because you feel really great about yourself. It's like, man, I'm the best at this. That's fine, except when you're the best, then it's very hard to get even better because there's no one else to help teach you along the way. Certainly everybody who are not as capable or as experienced as you will help you, teach you, but there's nothing better to push you higher than someone else has already kind of been there and done that for you. Not for you, but done that before you, that will help you along the way. So there's a great quote by Charlie Munger that I'm going to read to you that I really like. It says, "I constantly see people rise in life who are not the smartest, sometimes not even the most diligent, but they are learning machines. They go to bed every night a little wiser than they were when they got up. And boy, does that help, particularly when you have a long one ahead of you." So in closing, just remember, the company you keep is going to be super fundamental, important in your success in life. Go out and find those people, keep learning, and remember your role. Help others along the way and keep pushing yourself. So be in the middle, helping someone up and also climbing yourself up to become better. So anyways, thanks for watching, guys.